Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot in Wonderland by Barbara Moore, illustrated by Eugene Smith. Website in the bottom is llewellyn.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you would like to. Supportive oracle cards are upside down. The Elemental Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Artwork by Kinga, I believe is how you say it. Brishki? Probably messing that up horribly. At least you have the spelling if you want to look up that artist, of course. The website here is rockpoolpublishing.co. I've seen rockpoolpublishing.co.uk in other boxes and rockpoolpublishing.com. Feel free to check out whatever you feel necessary if you're interested, of course. What's going on with Gemini? Okay. I was like, let out that big sigh, and I was like, what's that about? Well, every now and then a little rain must fall, I'm not saying I see good things coming, but what's the issue is why are we having 50,000 cards? Why 50,000? Do we really need... Okay, stop. 50,000 cards. No, it's not that many. It's not that many. It's just a couple. But still. I was like, we're putting out the whole deck today. I feel like I'm trying to not deal with somebody. There's somebody I don't want to deal with. I keep getting that. Nine of Pentacles, I'm happier when they just leave me alone. When I get the lake, ironically, I feel like it's calm. Like I'm under the surface, I'm just chilling. Leave me alone. It feels like a calm lake to me. Like that looks like a calm lake. I'm just like, I don't want to deal with it. I just want to be left alone. I want to stay away from things. I feel better when they just leave me alone. Don't want to know you right now. I'm not saying I don't want to know you ever, but I don't want to know you right now. I just leave me alone. I feel like if they just leave me alone, I'm happier. I do feel like they make me uncomfortable. They seem to think that you and them match, but I'm like, I don't think so. That's what I keep feeling. Like, maybe they think you match and you don't think so, or it could be vice versa. Something about this just makes me uncomfortable with this person. Even though you have the Nine of Pentacles and they have the Nine of Cups, which are compatible cards, but they're also very solitary cards in my opinion. They tend to do things on their own. That's how I see the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. One's more, pleasant, more happy with things, one's more practical with things. Like this is more of like, this is a person that they rather do like, hobbies by themselves. That's kind of this one. Like they follow their passion on their own. Like if they have a thing for certain languages and they want to they want to learn a language, they kind of do it by themselves, off on their own. Maybe they don't do it with people. Like a passion. Like what's another passion? Like maybe they're an artist and they like to create their own things on their own. That's kind of this one. That's the other one. Your energy is kind of like more like I like to work. I like to get things done, but I like to be left alone and let me do it my way on my terms. This is more of a practical thing, more of a like applicating things that way. I don't know why they seem to think that they match you, but you're like, I don't want to deal with them. Could be reverse. Maybe it's reverse. Just to be fair, maybe you like them and they don't seem to be wanting to be around you. Maybe that's the thing. Just to be fair, because I got the Ten of Swords, which is telling me, however this connection is with this person, you're not happy with it. So it's either they want to be around you and you don't like that, or you want to be around them and they just seem to be shrugging you off, like, no, leave me be, and you don't like that. Either or. What's coming forward? That's the question. Like, they don't seem to be paying attention to you the way you'd like them to, one way or the other, either too much or too little, one way or the other. And I guess because it's Gemini, I'm seeing it from both angles. Like, I feel with Gemini, this may sound funny, but maybe you'll get it, probably. They could be paying attention to you too much one way and not enough in another. So for example, if you like this person in a personal sense, when they pay attention to you, it's all business, nothing beyond that, nothing personal. And I can understand like maybe that's they do pay maybe they spend a lot of time with you, but it's all business. You don't like that, or maybe it's vice versa. It's kind of like when you're around them, you're like we're working, and all I can get out of them is like they want to talk about personal stuff, personal stuff, personal stuff. We never get any work done, and I don't like that. Could be that. I could go like. I hope I'm not supposed to go down the 50 million ways you could see this, because we know that I will never find every way you can view it. You will always have a different way no matter what I say. You'll always see a different angle. That's the gift of Gemini. You'll always see angles that other people don't. So I don't want to have to go down to every road or even attempt to, because we know I can't. So are we good? Okay. There's something going on here. There's all these I feel like I'm in a funhouse with this person. I don't know what they're really doing. I can see where this could mean that could mean this. I feel like my head is spinning. Like there's too many possibilities. I don't know what they mean. Even though I understand the practical application of what they're saying. Like if you make it real simple, 2 + 3 = 5, I get that practical application. But why are we using 2 and why are we using 3? Like, what am I going to do when I get that 5? And I can see like 1,000 different reasons why we're using 2 and we're using 3 and what I'm supposed to do with that 5. I can see all the different ways this can go. I get the practical application of it, but I'm like, why are we doing it? Why isn't it just 2 + 2 = 4? Isn't that what most people do? 2 + 2 = 4. Why are we doing 2 + 3 = 5? Why are we doing that? It does, to me, it feels like it's getting really complicated. Do you need to slow your mind down? Is that possible? I've known a couple Geminis, and I'm questioning it. Is it even possible to slow down your mind? I don't know. I don't have that answer. Maybe with certain types of meditation, yes, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to go down that road either. Can we not? Like, there's a lot going on. Like, every time I try to keep going forward, I feel like things go everywhere. And I'm like, I feel like I need to center it with this situation and get some direction. Is that possible? Because I feel like I don't know what's going on here. And the more I don't know, the more uncomfortable it makes me. The more uncomfortable I get, the more my mind goes everywhere. Everywhere. So I guess if that's how this is hitting for you. I want action to happen. And I know what I want. I want this person or situation, probably a person, to be more locked in with me and on my terms. I want them to be, like, if it's like, I don't want the personal side, I want this to rectify and be more business, and I want that to stay there on my terms, or at least I want to have control of it. Vice versa, too. It seems really complicated. I feel like this thing goes left and right all the time. There's a lot of effort you're putting into it, but the question is this effort actually going anywhere? You do seem to be putting in a lot of effort. I feel like you are. Which is strange. Like, I don't want this person around me, or I don't want them around me in a certain way. It goes left and right constantly. Like, it's confusing to me. So this person, you're not happy with the connection with this person. What you want it to be versus what it actually is not matching. You are putting in effort to try to make it go where you want it to go. It doesn't seem to be working. This seems really complex to me. This moon energy, by the way, it just seems to linger. You got moon in both decks. And, both decks have a moon card, and you got them both. There's a lot of mystery with this situation, which sometimes Gemini can enjoy. Depends what you're dealing with. Long story short, in this situation, I don't feel like you're enjoying it. Something's going to change with this person. It seems to be good for you, because I feel like whatever this person is, I think they're moving away from you. Like, the connection is completely changing. I think that really calms your energy down a lot. Whatever the connection is, I feel like they're moving away. They're moving on. They're going somewhere else. The connection is completely changing. I'm getting like it's ending. With the death card, it's ending. Ironically, I feel like that makes things calm down a lot for you. Because there's nothing else. Once it goes, is that the Hermit? once it goes, like there's nothing else I can do with it. I can reiterate or I can analyze what was. I could spend a lot of time doing that if I want to, but like I feel like the application of that is gone. And it doesn't seem to bother me like it did. So you might spend some time looking at what was and what did that mean and what was really going on and trying to sort things out, but I don't feel like I have the anxiety that I did before. This is interesting. This is weird. To me, this is a really odd one. Even though I know that it does seem to fit the Gemini energy that I understand, which you let me know in the comments if I'm off, I'm off. But I feel like whatever's going on here, it's very confusing until like the person is like they're out of the picture, one way or another. And then I feel like you feel a lot better with them not around, which is ironic. Because I feel like that's not how you wanted this to go, but when it's like there's not a problem, the possibility's not there anymore. It's taken right out of the equation. It's kind of like 2 plus 3 equals 5, and like trying to make that make sense and trying to understand why it all happened that way. But then when the whole reasoning behind it is removed, like you're not. It's like the whole purpose is gone now. It's just that's the equation. It's just there now. It's just on the table. It's written on paper. It's just there. There's nothing else to do with it. It's done. The person who put it down left. They're just gone. There's no connecting by email or text. They left. No longer connected. That's just done. It's no longer a problem. A lot of healing comes with that. I feel like your energy calms down a lot. I would recommend if you're in the thick of this right now, if I dare, Paul McKenna, British author, How to Mend Your Broken Heart. I don't feel like this is romantic, but even if whether it is or not, you just apply it as you need to. It can bring that energy down and more in your control. Because I feel like the point is, this situation is, if it's hitting, I feel like this is driving you nuts. It's really uncomfortable. There's a lot of problems around this energy, by the way. Maybe that's another, whatever this is, whoever this is, there's a lot of problems going on here. There's a lot of discord around this person. I would even dare say that this person doesn't really know what's going on. They don't really have a reason behind what they're doing. They're not really thinking about it, and they might just be reacting in the moment and just doing things in the moment. They're not really backing up what they're doing with a reason. They're just kind of like, well, that works, so let's just do that. And they don't really think about it. It's kind of like, oh, I have a 3x5 spot. This fits in it. Okay, it goes there, and I'm moving on to the next. I'm not thinking about what I'm putting there. It's kind of like you just put the cereal in the bedroom. Yeah, but it fits there. I don't care, and it's not going to go bad, so I don't care, and I'm moving on. You're like, but when we need it, okay. Like they might be doing things like that. Like it fits there, it's out of the way, it's not going to get damaged. I don't care. I'm moving on. It fit there. I'm moving on. Meanwhile, you're spending time trying to figure out like why did they put the cereal in the bedroom? Like what's the purpose behind that? Doesn't it usually go in the kitchen or in the pantry? Why would we put it here? Are they planning to snack on it later? Is there somebody else coming over? Is this for like a kid coming over and they just want to have it readily available, or are they trying to keep it out of the view of somebody else that they think might take it? Like I feel like I'm trying to find out all the 50,000 reasons why they would do that. There's no real reason. I just want it out of my way. That's the literal reason. They're not thinking about it. I just want it out of my way. A lot of chaos energy around that. It says storms and magic. To me, that equals chaos, at least in the moment. What can you gain from this situation? Because you got voice and you got plants. I'm going to actually roll the dice on this. What can Gemini gain from this situation? Because this is just like, woo. Don't get caught up in things that really serve no purpose for you. Just because something is crazy around you, don't let a mystery trap you. It is a mystery and it's very like enticing, but like how do you like I feel like that's hard though, because I feel like it's like the spider to the fly here, and you're the fly. Like the mystery is the spider and you're the fly, and it's like it really kind of sucks you in. Like I want to know why that's doing that. I want to know what's going on. I want to see the reason. But the thing is, there is no good reason. Like if the spider to the fly, like it's just gonna cause you problems. And I feel like what they're saying here is like find a way to detach from this stuff. That's why I gave you the Paul McKenna information. If you're interested, if you're not, cool. But like some type of like honing your energy where you want it to go versus letting it kind of create this havoc in your life. I feel like that's, for the people this is really hitting for, I feel like they're trying to highlight that. You have a lot of mental strength, but when something takes your energy and drags you down the hill, all that power that you have mentally gets used against you. It's centering that and focusing it and using all that mental ability that you have and applying it where you want it to go and not letting it just drag you all over the place. So it's kind of like, even though you can see 50,000 ways something could happen, it's applying it to where it makes sense to you, where it's, beneficial to you, versus like, that's really interesting, what's going on there. That's interesting too, what's going on over here. So it might be like, maybe like finding some type of meditation or some type of way to handle this differently. A therapist probably could help you find better ways to cope with things and manage things better. So that might be why this is coming to you, if this is reading is hitting. Maybe just, even though I feel like the more mature Gemini energy does find ways to do that over time, maybe this is just highlighting one of those situations where it kind of throws you off balance and then you have to like kind of get your balance under control again. And it's like just highlighting, like, look back, if you're going to analyze this situation, look back and try to figure out where that energy went off course for you and try to figure out what triggered it, or what kind of pulled you in or sucked you in to the situation where it threw you off in that sense. So that way you can like keep a lookout for it a little bit better, and that way when it starts happening again, like, what do I need to do to disconnect myself from this so it doesn't drag me all over the place again? How can we become the plant? Where we are staying where we need to, and we're making the energy do what we want it to, and not letting the energy control us. That type of energy, that type of outlook. Are we good? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.